Hi, you are watching Business Today, and I am Teena. Today, we are going to talk about pay as you use motor insurance policy, which charges you premium based on the usage of the car. It can be a great way to save on premium for low mileage customers. Edelweiss General Insurance Company has launched one such policy using telematics. Joining me today is Shanai Ghosh, CEO of Edelweiss General Insurance Company, who is going to tell us more about this product. Welcome, Shanai. Please tell us what is this new product about, what are its features, and how does it work?
Hi, Tina. Thanks for having me and thanks for giving us the opportunity to talk to you about Edelweiss Switch. So yes, you're right. It's absolutely a policy that, allows you to pay for what you use. But what's even more important, I mean, we had launched a Switch about a couple of years ago, but Switch 2.0, which allows you not just to pay for what you use, but it also allows you to get discounts if you drive well. So it's not just pay as you drive, but it's also pay how you drive. So today, talk to you about this product. So this product is Switch, and here, like last time we had, on the days that you drive, you switch it on, or it gets automatically switched on because the app detects motion, and you are billed only for those days. But more important, that's the enhancement. If you drive well, our app is connected to a telematics service, which rates every drive that you make, every ride that you have based on how well you've driven. Things like harsh cornering, sudden acceleration, hard braking, distracted driving. In fact, the app can detect that you've picked up the phone and you're looking at it, and all these take away marks from your driving. So based on your driving score at the end of the month, you could get a discount on, if you're a very bad driver, you could also be penalized. So but we would like to believe that this is not just a product, but it's also encouraging people to drive safer and incentivizing people to drive safer, honestly.
So, Shanai, there are already so many telematics-based products in the market, and you said you already have Switch in your portfolio. So, how is this new product going to be different from the existing products in the market?
So uh, first of all, Tina, in India today, regulations don't allow us to launch pay as you drive, pay as you use policies. Um, we believe that those regulations, we could soon see that regulations, and that is very exciting. So all the products we have launched so far in pay as you drive have been under the sandbox, and which is limited, policies that we can sell. So mostly the industry, the kind of policies that have been launched are linked to an OBD device, which has to be connected to the car and installed in the car. And it is based on the number of kilometers you drive. So to our understanding, the products that are launched even under the sandbox are linked to how many kilometers you drive, and or exactly how many kilometers you drive, or it's linked to a slab that you drive, 1,000 kilometers in a month or 2,000 or in a year, whatever. Those are slab based products. Our product actually allows you to literally switch on and switch off your insurance every day. So you could set up a schedule. You could set up a schedule saying, I'm only a weekend driver, or I only drive during the week. And today, with people working half the time from home, half the time from office, most people have a calendar that, I go Monday, Wednesday, Friday to office, or whatever. You can set it up. And it just gets set up. And not just that, it you can change that also. You decided to drive one day, you can just switch it on. In fact, what's good about our app this time is that you don't have to worry about switching it on. The app the motion and switches it on and gives you a notification that it's switched on. So that's one, that we do it per day. But the second very different part is that we actually incentivize people and we encourage people to drive better. Pay how you drive is something that is not there in the industry. And like I said, most of the products are linked to an OBD device. Ours is completely mobile app based. We chose to do this because we felt that people were a little reluctant to install something in their car. So it's better to give them an experience of this kind of a product with very little friction. So all they have to go online, buy the product in literally under 1 or 2 minutes, download the app, fill in the details, and you're set to go. Unlike an OBD device based product where you would buy the car, the OBD device have to come to you have to install it, and that's when you start to use it. So this is really in a nutshell what the difference is.
So very interesting feature is that I can switch on and switch off this device, and it will be based on my mobile app, which is there on my mobile. So thus the question comes up, what if a person has two mobile numbers and he has not shared the primary number with you, which is using, and the number which is not so active is shared with the company? So in that case, how do you track this policyholder?
So, see, like I said, that our product detects motion, our app detects motion. And if your not so active mobile number is used, I'm assuming it's not with you most of the time. So if it's not with you most of the time and the product and you are not moving, the app will assume that it's switched off unless you have gone and switched it on. And you run the risk of, having a policy that's switched off, because when it's switched off, the insurance is off and the claim is not payable. So that's really the check. And last time we did have some challenges where, we were relying completely on the customer to switch it on and off. But this time we have given that facility to the customer. The app detects motion and switches it on. And insurance is ultimately a contract of utmost good faith. So we believe that the customer who's bought insurance wants his or her car to be covered, and their car to be covered actually, and they would switch it, they would link the primary mobile number, because if they don't, we will assume that it's not driving, and so the insurance is not on.
Also, this is a monthly product, right? I can pay the premium every month instead of annual. So what happens if there is an accident in between, or if one stops paying the premium in between? Because general insurance is considered to be an annual policy mostly. So what happens if one meets with an accident or stop payment?
So let me explain how this works. Motor insurance has two parts to it. I think liability is mandatory and you have to buy it annually, so that's definitely there. And the second part is own damage. Own damage can be due to three things. One is theft, one is fire, and one is accidental damage. So theft and fire can also occur even if you're not driving. So what we've done is that we've given 24/7 coverages for these two. And for own damage, which is accidental driving, we take upfront in the initial part when you buy the policy about 2 months balance, sort of. We take that. And then every month we debit the amount that we have to debit based on the usage as well as based on driving behavior. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to keep a couple of months balance, so that in case something goes wrong, not the customer stops paying, but something goes wrong with a credit card or debit card, the customer doesn't suffer. But eventually, if the wallet expires and in 2 months the customer is not debited, we do have a process of reaching out to the customer and calling the customer and asking to make good. But despite all efforts, if the wallet after 2 months of doing this is empty, unfortunately the insurance will not be active, because in India you would know that we have the concept, regulations require us to have cash before cover. So from a regulatory standpoint, I have to ensure that I have premium with me before I give the cover to customer. So we've tried to create that 2 months buffer to take care of these things. But if a customer willingly discontinues beyond 2 months, continue the cover.
Also, will the premium rates hike from next year if the person meets with an accident?
So our entire product is trying to personalize the policy much more. So it's not just about accidents. Sometimes accidents happen, but our product is going to rely on a lot of factors apart from the vehicle, which is what the entire industry has been relying on, driving behavior, which is why actual experience of the driving behavior is going to dictate the premium a lot more than whether an accident has happened or not.
Okay. And also there is a limit on number of kilometers, right? So if I exceed the number of kilometers in my program, does it mean additional charges? Is it?
No. So our product is not based on kilometers. Our product is based on number of days. So even if you don't use it any day. Let me take an extreme example. Okay, if you don't use your car for 365 days in a year, for accidental insurance, you will be charged zero. So there is no limit to the amount of. In fact, I have that when we launched it first, and this was 2020, right? And we didn't know what was happening really. And I think I saved around 80% because my car just ran like 20% of the time. And this was the experience lots of us had. And that is why even now we have a few customers who are asking, when are you launching it again? They were so upset that we weren't able to continue the policy because, it was a sandbox policy. So now we are excited. We are going back to those customers saying, here, there is another new product. And what excites us even more is the possibility of the usage and user-based guidelines coming out soon.
Thank you, Shanai, for explaining us so well about this product. This brings us to an end of the show. Thank you so much for your time and sharing all the insights today.
Thank you, Teena. Thank you for having me.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.